else in that part of the country. The funds were alleged to have been mismanaged, and there were two individuals that these allegation, of course, specifically targeted. The program coordinator, who is Ambus TCC, and the procurement manager, who is Mohamed Kalon. So as a commission, of course, we investigate most often even when we receive some of these reports that we get on social media and other, platforms as well. We sprung into action. We instituted a speedy but thorough investigation to ascertain the veracity of that allegation. We dispatched our investigators. They went to the site in Kailaun to, verify. And we also, of course, had documents, the contract itself, and we were meant to understand that that contract was awarded to Unique Construction Company sometime in March in 2022. And based on our investigation, also conducting interviews with not just the two persons that the allegations primarily directed to, but also other individuals that are connected, including the donor partners, because it's a World Bank sponsored program. After our investigations, we're able to understand that the program, based on what is detailed in the contract itself and what we saw, when we had our investigators went and had an on-site verification, that about 90% of the construction had already been completed. It's a U-shaped building, 300 beds. That has already been done. They had furnished it. It has been well painted. We saw the ceilings. We saw there were about 16, toilet cubicles and other facilities and amenities that is detailed into the contract that has already been completed. But of course, we also meant to understand at some point in the contract, they saw a need, the donor partners, that they had to extend. They modified some aspects of the program to extend it and to improve it. And that is quite common in some of these projects. At some point, they will see, let us add these facilities. So they did all of those additions, but we also understood that there is still some 10% outstanding in terms of even the completion and also even the payment, which is retention fee to the contractors, which has even extended beyond the timeline. But what is critical here that we noted was that we found no wrongdoing whatsoever with respect to those that are tasked with overseeing the project. The project has been implemented seamlessly. There are no issues of funds that are mismanaged. The funds were used judiciously.
So Alex, one will ask, where did this issue of misappropriation of funds for this particular project came from? Where?
Yes, there were allegations that were shared widely on social media by individuals, by some whistleblowers. But for us, we are open to some of these things because public officers, you should be accountable. People will question you, and sometimes some of these questions, some of these allegations may not necessarily be true. That is why, as a professional-led body, we went and did a thorough investigation to ascertain that those allegations that were made by the whistleblower, is it true or not? And we did a thorough, a fierce, but also dispassionate investigation, and were able to find out that no issues of mismanaged funds happened in the entirety of the implementation of the project. And as opposed to what was said by, of course, what made rounds on social media, the project has been completed over 90% and it's still ongoing. It was awarded in March 2022. It's over 4 billion all-use project. It's quite a huge, quite a laudable program.
Absolutely.
But they've done so much so well in implementing over 90% of the program. Like I stated, even 10% of what they had to pay the contractor still outstanding, but the project has been going
So
on.
now the question is, for those that are supposed to pay the remaining funds to the contractors, you should also be going after them so that the money should be paid. to the contractors, because if they have been accused,
Yes.
then for me it's
That
a
in
way
itself
of
raises
them
an eyebrow.
for them to get their money. So what have you done in that area? You are not only there to probe into whether they mismanaged funds or not, but now that you found out that they did a very good job and they are still doing it, and it is in fact the other way, that those who contracted them owe them, you should facilitate also so that they get their money.
No, they, like I stated, they are still committed to the program, all the parties involved. At some points, they saw a need to modify some aspect of the project, to improve it, to add some facilities. So those things often in some of these programs can happen. But also, what I must also state here, part of our investigation that we were able to unravel, was that as opposed to those allegations that we had said there are no corruption issues,
Okay.
we found out also that the donor partners, World Bank, they became appalled by the report that they get about gender-based violence within the academic sector, the educational sector. And we were able to unravel that in our investigation, because these hostel facilities is situated in remote communities in Kailaun, and the intention behind its construction is to provide a conducive environment where young girls going to school can be able to, live. Those coming from hard to reach communities can able to reach to access education somewhere that is conducive for them. So they realize that some of these disturbing reports about gender-based violence and the location, the geographical location of that program, that is so remote, so it would expose these girls to more risk, because ensuring that they have somewhere conducive to be able to access education is a priority, but what is paramount is their safety. So that is what we identify as a problem in the project, as opposed to some corruption allegations. So what we did as a commission, we had to engage the concerned stakeholders, including of course His Excellency the President, for these issues, for us to do more in addressing some of these issues that made these donor partners became dissatisfied. And in fact, what they did was that they asked for an alternative use of the building, as opposed to the actual intention of which the building was constructed. But basically, what is much more critical here that public need to know is that there are no issues of mismanaged resources. The program has been implemented seamlessly, and we also went further as a commission to recommend to the free and quality education program and other government institutions that in implementing these programs, to avoid some of these misinformation that have made rounds. And some people, when they see things on social media, they take it hook, line and sinker. And that is why we, as a professional, investigative and intelligence-led outfit, we had to go and do our work, which we have done. We recommended for them to communicate better.
All right. So Alex, in closing, now that the ECC has cleared off these two individuals, and now they are free to carry on with their normal business, what are the recommendations you have made for their own parts?
Especially with this concern coming from the those that are funding the project, because if you've constructed such a huge building, and because of a report of gender-based violence, and you and I know it's very evident in our society today, and they are planning to use the building for another purpose, then it's another story altogether. And what were your recommendations as Dennis was asking?
Yes, in that regard, we recommended that subsequently, this is quite a laudable program. If they are implementing such programs, they should be considerate as well about the location. If it were in a densely populated area,
where the community is engaged,
many visibility
consultation,
yes, that is quite a remote place that the building has been constructed. If it were somewhere densely populated, they would have not been apprehensive about the risk that these ladies would of course be exposed to.
Okay, thank you very much. He is Alex Ba, and he is Public Relations Assistant at the ACC. Many thanks to you, Alex. We'll definitely keep getting the ACC here to update us about issues of corruption. We continue with the program, and we now go to something different. Alex and Dennis.
Yes, certainly so. Now, the Chief Executive Officer and founder of the Woman Clinic, Melvin Edith Patricia Stewart Foundation, Jennifer Rihanna Thomas, I beg your pardon, has disclosed in Freetown that Real Woman Clinic is effectively incorporating cervical cancer with full medical treatment with the Jenny Expert machine. The treatment of cervical cancer was in conjunction with the HPV testing tool. Cancer is a global pandemic, and governments should lay more emphasis on breast cancer because women are more vulnerable. Madam Rihanna Thomas was speaking at an awareness-raising event organized annually to observe Breast Cancer Awareness Month every October. She explains more in this interview with Yvette Paul-Smith.
We are commemorating Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and this is one way that we used to commemorate this event. It's a whole month of commemoration, and we've been going all around the town, all around Freetown, showing people how to examine their breasts, because our theme is early detection. In fact, what in breast cancer or in cancer in general, what they mean by survivors, those people who have taken care of breast patients, breast cancer patients. I am a survivor. I am a proud survivor. My sister died some 20 years ago, my younger sister, and I was there throughout her treatment to help her. So we're all survivors, you know, those who have had parents or siblings or cousins or friends who have died. Yes, if you catch breast cancer early, and like most other cancers, you could save your life. You know, it's a life-saving strategy.
So do we have what it takes?
Here in Freetown, we don't have everything. In Sierra Leone, we don't have everything, especially for treatment. But for early detection, yes, we do have at least 3/4 of the equipment we have here. We don't have an MRI, you know, and we have limited access to a mammogram. The mammogram catches cancer when it is at 0 stage, whereas, you know, when we go around feeling your breast, etc., and when you feel your breast also, when you examine your breast, it is at stage 1, what the medicals call stage 1. So it's better to catch it at that stage or at 0 stage. So we are advocating for a mammogram. We've got at least half of the money for the mammogram. We have HACU and in the US who are also fundraising for a mammogram. And hopefully, maybe next year or maybe the year after, by the time we're 20 years in operation, in service, we would have had a mammogram.
So have you been supporting your patients in terms of free treatment?
Oh, of course. In fact, this is what this sponsored walk is all about, because with the funds we get from the T-shirts, it's very expensive now, but we also put a little bit on top, you know, and for instance, if we sell 500 T-shirts, we get something like 20 million leons extra, that kind of thing, and we have sponsors. So out of that money, we spend roughly about 100 million a year on diagnostics and on treatment, supporting treatment.
So what's for breast cancer? Let me just take your attention back. What else are you giving to Sierra Leoneans in terms of medical awareness raising?
Yes, we're so happy to inform the public that we're on to cervical cancer. and in its fullest. We used to do cervical cancer awareness, sensitization, screening, but now we treat. You know, we are the first organization or clinic in the country to have what they call the gene expert machine to treat cervical cancer. We use that machine in conjunction with the HPV and testing tools, and we do that. The woman can wait. She will get her results that she has HPV, and we go in with our VIA method to locate where, if it's possible, to locate where the precancerous cells are. And so we make sure when we're treating with the thermal ablator, we do not make any mistakes. We go in and treat the precancerous cells.
Okay, what about antenatal? Do you do this kind of thing?
Yes, we do antenatal. We're slowly becoming a one-stop fits-all shop, clinic, I should say. So when a woman comes in, she has a headache, it could be anything. She comes in for maternal health. We could talk to her about breast cancer, about cervical cancer. We could treat her STIs, because we find out that a lot of pregnant women have STIs. So we
That was the CEO and founder of Well Woman Clinic, Melvin Edith Patricia Stewart Trust Fund, Jennifer Elena Thomas, and in that interview with a senior colleague, Yvette Goldsmith. Well, we continue with the program. The program you're watching is Good Morning Sierra Leone live on the Slbc. Over to you, Francis.
Yes, and we now go to another issue, and this has to do with a campaign to raise awareness on the value of locally produced eggs and poultry, highlighting the health and economic benefits for our nation, will be launched tomorrow. With the ongoing challenges of egg import, which sometimes compromise the health of our citizens, this initiative seeks to empower local farmers and encourage the consumption of healthier, locally sourced poultry products. Madam Lidama Achi Fofana, Women in Poultry and member of the steering committee for the campaign, is in the studio to tell us more about this. Good morning, Madam Fofana, and welcome to the program.
Good morning.
So let's talk about this campaign we are raising for citizens to use locally produced food, when in fact sometimes it's not available in the market. How do you hope to achieve this?
Good morning. I'm here representing colleagues farmers out there as we are about to launch our campaign. We as farmers who've been working from the back end assiduously in actualizing our dream to provide food material for our fellow Sierra Leoneans. And over the years, we have been faced with several challenges in pursuing our businesses. As a result of this, we'll start and say, oh, if we continue with this, there will be no sustainability. So let's see how we can. With regards to your question, I will say we can and we are capable of providing the egg required for our Sierra Leonean population, because there is this passion amongst us farmers, and we have been acting assiduously from the back end, ensuring that our activity is not only facing our challenges, but are also to overcome it and actualizing our dreams to provide for the Sierra Leonean population.
So I keep asking, you saying you have the capacity,
yes,
but sometimes even the you who are the farmers, some of these products are not available. Sometimes it's not in the market. People want to get it. Some people actually want to eat what is grown in Sierra Leone, but the availability is always a concern.
I will say to you, the availability of fresh poultry products over the years when I came into the poultry industry is of a plus. When I started as a poultry farmer, there were only minimal players in the industry. As at this, we are over 200 farmers. Talking about availability, I will re-echo here that we can do it, and we are being in the market. We are very much evidence in the market.
So what's the difference between your product and the one that is being imported?
There is a very vast difference, because taking a look at ours, we are promoting the local content. That is, you eat what we produce and what we grow. and our products, which is the fresh farm egg and the poultry meat, is direct from the farm. Unlike these ones that do come in, are imported. And as a result, their value and content and potency.
How do I know that this is the egg that is imported and this one is one that is grown in Sierra Leone? How do I know?
Okay, from my own experience as a farmer, we'll keep on sensitizing people out there. The color of the egg, in fact, is one key. One, with our own fresh farm egg, the color is very brownish. This imported egg, if you have experience, just like as I do, when you go out there, if I take an egg from the importers, I look at it from the color, I'll be able to testify that this one is imported as against the locally produced. The looks of it alone, the freshness that you can see from the one that is direct from the farm, it's quite different from the one that comes in.
So you want people to be eating, to be going for the ones that is being produced in Sierra Leone?
For sure.
But do they know the difference between the imported one and that of the one that you are doing in Sierra Leone? And also cost. Sometimes yours is somehow expensive.
I agree with you. Talking about the difference, which I've stated earlier, that's the visibility side. But if you go home, you break the egg, you will see clearly the yolk of the egg. The fresh egg yolk is quite different from the imported. That is why most of the people will complain, oh, I buy egg, it rotten. And these eggs are completely rotten eggs that comes in Sierra Leone. With us local farmers, ours are quite different. Talking about cost margin, I would say, poultry farming is very capital intensive. That's I would say here. And embarking on it is like you should be prepared to know what you are going to, take into consideration our operating costs, the feed materials that we use, and on a scale of 10 all over 10, I would say 8% of it, 8 out of 10 is coming outside of Sierra Leone. And bringing these food materials outside from Sierra Leone to enable you, facilitate your level of production, definitely it can be on the high end. And having it on the high end, as a business person, you watch at your margin, operating costs as against revenue. So whatever I'm doing as a business, I'm doing it to give back to my community, but also to maximize profit. So that's where the catch come into that. This is why our own cost of egg is quite different from the importers.
Madam Achifofan, I've been listening to you now with very rapt attention as you make your submission about your locally produced farm egg, fresh farm egg, as you rightly call them. We've been having various people to talk about that. Farmers do come and talk about their products, especially
local content.
Local content, poultry products. But another thing that's really have not been looked into by especially you, the farmers, is the fact that you don't only brag about this is being produced locally and this is well, you should support the local content. It's about having the quality standards for them to be vetted by either Standards Bureau or the medical laboratories within in country, and then that will give your product really the international touch that it will stand amidst others linking best practice, don't you think?
Yeah, you're quite right. Standards bureaus are there to verify, but I do believe they are out there. They do know, they do hear through social media.
Have you gone through that testing?
No, we haven't gone through it, but I would say it's like the standards are being met. I don't think we've gone through that with the poultry, but with comparatively to those that's coming in, I would say our own product is better off, because when you hear on social media, you cannot hear people saying, oh, look at egg, then rotten. They will say imported eggs are rotten.
Maybe it's their shelf life that is really sometimes, well, that's causing that. But not because eggs, they really have a shelf life.
Yes.
There's no way you can keep them for over 6-7 months. Beyond that they will not perish. So maybe it's their shelf life. What we are talking about here is to put premium on standards and the quality of the eggs you produce, so that they can be vetted by the right agencies, and then that will give the assurance to people to go in for them.
Well, then I believe this will be out there for the Standard Bureau teams for us to be in competition with the importers, because if they are not doing this quality standard, I will say on egg specifically, I'm not privy to it since I've been in the industry, so I don't want to miscommunicate things out there. But this is a wake-up call for us. Maybe this will be another weapon for us to see how we fight our competitors.
Okay, quickly now that you'll be launching, what are you expecting?
Now we are launching our campaign tomorrow. Is to create that awareness. It's not only for us existing as farmers, it's for our Sierra Leonean populations to know that we as farmers, we are here to provide and be part of the feed salon of this country, to make sure that our population out there take part and eat quality eggs.
Do you have point of sale?
Point of sale.
Yes, point of sale. Yeah, we have point of sales. With me, I have my own outlet. My point of sale is in my office. I do delivery. Other farmers too, they have their different outlets. We've been in it. It's not new. We've been in it rapidly. Everybody is on his neck and on his tools, doing their own thing from the back end.
All right. Thank you very much. She is Madam Lidama Achifufana, and she is representing women in poultry. She is a member of the steering committee of the campaign. The program is Good Morning Sierra Leone. We go for a short break. We'll continue with the program.
As a mother of the house, whenever I want to prepare palm soup, there's no need pounding palm fruit. All I need is Nkulenu's Ghana's original palm soup base. My soup is done, and its preparation, it is not difficult at all. Nkulenu palm soup base, it's easily done with no difficulties. Just take few ladles and your soup is done. And its flavor, it's amazing. This is Nkulenu's Ghana's original palm soup base. And this is Nkulenu's Ghana's original spiced palm soup base. Iron fruit and turkey berries are naturally added.
Also available Brown Gold Natural Cocoa Powder, Sunny Gold Brown Sugar, Neat Fufu Flour, Shito, Pisa, and Moringa. All available at Nyami Ado Enterprise, 1 Lower Waterloo Street, Freetown.
Nkulenu palm soup base.
Ghanaian original taste.
Good Morning Sierra Leone, and you are invited to participate by sending your comments and views to the number on your screen, or find us on our Facebook page, Slbc TV Live, and also on other social media platforms. We continue with the program. The Ministry of Public Administration and Political Affairs will be organizing a 3-day seminar for the validation of the master plan strategy for the revamp of the public service architecture in Sierra Leone. The program will take place at the New Brookfield Hotel from the 24th to 25th October 2024. The program is expected to attract all the key stakeholders of the public service architecture with the theme "We Reform to Revamp." In the studios this morning we have James PCC, and he is director from the Ministry of Public Administration and Political Affairs. Good morning, Mr. C.
Good morning.
Welcome to the program.
Good morning.
So what will this seminar be looking at? What key areas?
Thank you very much. You know, the Ministry of Public Administration and Political Affairs was created, you know, and of course to implement Part 4 of the Big 5 game changers, that is revamp the public service architecture in Sierra Leone. And in doing so, it pleases the leadership, you know, to recommend and engage key stakeholders that the ministry should develop a master plan that will guide the implementation of the revamping process. So I am pleased to inform the general public that the master plan has been developed, is in its draft stage, you know, and of course we are validating the first ever in the history of Sierra Leone, the National Public Service Master Plan, on the from 24th to the 26th at the new Brookfield Hotel complex.
Okay, so Mr. Sisi, do you want to let the public know what is actually in this master plan or strategy that you want to revamp?
Well, you know, as I said, Pillar 4 of the Big 5 game changers gives us the responsibility to revamp the public service architecture as articulated in the medium-term National Development Plan of 2024 to 2030, governance and accountability. It has 9 pillars, which includes the wages and compensation, human resource and management, performance management, you know, e-governance, and the likes. Each of those pillars will be facilitated by those ministries because the ministry is responsible for coordinating and facilitating the revamping process. Yeah, that is why we decided to develop a master plan that will serve as a guide towards the implementation of.
So talking about your 9 clusters, you just spoke about the wages and compensation commission, and this has been one of the biggest issues in the country, particularly in the public service and also the civil servant. Yes, people have been, you know, there is this disparity in salary, people even with promotion in certain offices. You might have the same qualification with Dennis, but Dennis's salary is different from mine, and you also look at the way people are promoted. Some people stay in one position for more than 10 years, even when they might have capacitated themselves. Are these all going to be looked into during this your meeting?
That's a very important question. Yes, because it has been coming, you know. So the minister thought it prudent that we can't just wait, you know, for what we call the harmonization for the Wages and Compensation Commission to take the decision. He said, let's have a master plan, you know, that will strategically guide the process. So the consultants have done several engagements across the country. Then now, he has developed a draft of the master plan, looking at the strategies, you know, how to harmonize salary disparity, salary differentials, how we can harmonize them. Therefore, we are calling them back. That is why the session for the wages and compensation will be facilitated by the Wages and Compensation Commission exclusively with participants. Yeah, each of the 8, you know, the 9 sessions will be facilitated by institutions that are responsible for those pillars.
Now, validation of this master plan, you know, you would like to, tell our viewers, it's going to really come from members from the civil and the public service. And now, as the master plan is going to be validated, what is going to be the very first area you're going to span into? Because quite earlier on, my colleague was talking about the Wages and Compensation Commission. Now we have a disparity around the broader public service spectrum. What particular are you really going to span from into action?
Well, that is why we are going to the validation. Yeah, we have these pillars already. Then the participants, after the presentation, they will analyze, examine, you know, the findings and recommendations preferred by the consultants. Okay. They extensively discuss and come up. That is why the final day is presentation of findings and recommendations. Yes, from the plenary.
So, Mr. Caesar, after this validation, what next? And when will this Wages and Compensation Act, is it an act? When will it be commission? Yes, when will they start implementing? When?
Yeah, they have started working in earnest. But let me say this: the first day we have the opening ceremony. We are in statement of commitment will come from the development partners and government officials. They will have to make a statement before going to the plenaries. Yeah. So after the validation, we go to the launch. After the launch, then going to full-time implementation of the master plan.
Wow.
Now, Mr. Sise, just before letting you take a rest now, it will really be delusional for one to think that all of this is going to come overnight. This is an age-long problem. The civil service has encountered this problem day in, day out, government in, government out. So that's why I'm really asking about, after the validation, what specific area are you really going to be focusing on? Because we are talking about revamping the public service architecture. What particular area are you really going to spawn into action with, as you will be addressing that particular area of revamping the public sector?
Thank you very much, sir. You know, revamping is a process.
Okay.
That is why we say we reform to revamp. The reformation looks at laws, regulations, standards, procedures, systems, and processes. That is what, all of those things, the consultant carefully looked at them, and he has sent a draft of the master plan.
Where was the consultant?
Yes, we hired a consultant. Let me say a very big thanks to the UNDP for supporting the ministry to hire a consultant, a professor from South Africa.
Don't we have Sierra Leoneans who would have done that?
Yes, we supported. There was a back, team that was supporting the consultants. So it's a holistic, master plan. That is why we are bringing them also. We are targeting, targeting 100 participants from across the country, yes, including local councils, including universities, yes, civil society, all of them will be there tomorrow, at least.
All right, thank you very much. He is Mr. James B. Sise, and he is Director in the Ministry of Public Administration and Political Affairs. Thank you very much, Mr. Sise, and we wish you the very best even as you start your validation process. We continue with the program, and now we go to another issue. In the studios this morning, we have Peter Williams from Jewel Combs College to tell us more about the courses the college offer. Good morning, Mr. Williams. Welcome to the program.
Good morning.
So what's Jewel Combs College? What is it all about?
Jewel Combs College is an institution that was established in 2022, and we decided to start a gradual process with ensuring that we help in bridging the gap between the poor and the rich, and to ensure that everybody have access to education and an equal right to education. So we started with technology, of which my boss is a specialist in that, and we have done tremendously. We have achieved a tremendous result. We have our first graduation and preparing for our second graduation for the computer science students. And we further decided that there is still some amount of concerns with regards to students.
Is it an accredited college by the Ministry of Basic and Tertiary?
Exactly. We are an accredited institution by NCTV and then the TEC, Tertiary Education Commission. Yes, so we after a thorough research, we decided to also introduce some few medical training, specialist courses that we think is a great concern to our nation. So we decided that let's introduce public health, reproductive health, and laboratory technician. So after the accreditation process with NCTVA, we decided that let's come to the TV and get our people informed. If you are out there, they say 1,000 miles, begin with a single step. Yes, so with that, we are here to encourage the public. Those of you who want to be in the medical field, it takes a gradual process to get there. So we want you to come on board and start with a certificate course in public health, reproductive health, and laboratory technician, because there are many.
To cut you there.
Yes.
I wanted you to talk to us a little bit. Before now we had the director for the Nurses Council, the Metron. He was spotted one of our sister programs, Morning Coffee, to say there were, I think, a little over 80 nursing schools across the country. But in as much as those are the ones accredited, there are several of those operating that are not accredited or licensed with their
institution.
The institution. Now that you are venturing, at first you started with ICT. I believe that was approved by TEC. Now you are venturing into the medical sciences. We are also vetted because you'll be offering certificates to will-be medical professionals. We are also vetted to really go through with that course.
Yes, so we went through the process, the normal process as the standard required by TEC and NCTVA. And not only that, we have applied for affiliation with some of the institutions that are responsible for a specialty in that area, not only nationally as well as internationally. So we have done that. So whilst we are in the process, we still keep on moving to ensure we achieve the goal.
All right. So it's well, of course, your college does it have the requisite expertise, like in terms of the human resource, to deliver, on these expected cases that you are offering? And because mark you are training professionals that you are in turn render service to Sierra Leone. Do you have those requisite expertise in your institution as we speak?
Exactly. Yes, that is one of the major concerns that we took into consideration to ensure we have the required specialists and personnel to deliver this service. I can tell you, we made sure that is properly done. And we cannot just come here and start talking about things we have not prepared for.
All right. So part of your success story, what can you point to? Because you've been Jules College or Jules Combs College has been operating for over the years now.
Yeah.
You must have one or two to point to as your success stories. What are those?
Yes, initially I told you we had our first graduation in 2023. Most of our students are employed in the technological field now. Some of them are also trying to do some other further courses with us. And we also employed some of them in our printing industry. We have a printing industry, where we do our printing services for those who are offering graphic design, in that department. So we have done that. So therefore, we are here this morning to encourage our young people, those of you who really want to go further. It's an opportunity for all of you to come on board to ensure that you have this platform. Many of them do not have the requirements. So therefore, we encourage all of them to come to us, and then we are here to help you out. And we are not only here to only get you trained, we are also here to get you, to prepare for your further future. For instance, we have guys that are ready, are well equipped in chemistry, physics, and mathematics, and English that will help you to, if you don't have the requirement by WAS, we can also prepare you whilst you are waiting to get your WAS to further your
Meaning
course.
you want a syndicate as well?
Not a syndicate, but an equipping system we have drawn. Because a lot of them cannot go to medical school because they don't have the requirement. So having your certificate with us will help you more to further your course. It is a platform where you build your foundation.
Thank you very much. That suffices to say you have the wherewithal in the sciences to really run your institution. Well, that was, of course, Mr. Williams from the Jules College. Jules College is here to talk about his institution and some of the inroads they've been making. We'll continue discussing with you, but for now, let's join Julian Dumbia for our traffic updates.
Good morning, viewers. This is your traffic update from Wellington in the eastern part of Freetown. Traffic in Wellington is currently experiencing some congestion, particularly along the main thoroughfare leading to the city center and Calabaton. Vehicles including cars, motorcycles and kekes are facing delays as they navigate the busy streets. Drivers are advised to exercise caution and patience as they travel through the area. Consider using the alternative routes, such as the Wellington Industrial Estate Road, to avoid heavy traffic. We will continue to monitor the traffic situation and provide updates as needed. Thank you for your attention.
thanks to our very own Joey and Mumbia for bringing us our usual traffic updates. Well, from there we now move over to our newspaper review, and for that I want to go over to Francis to start the ball.
Yes, and for our newspaper review this morning, my first newspaper here is the Awoko newspaper, and the Awoko newspaper, it has so many stories on the front page, but our first story this morning is Health Minister assured doctors of timely fuel payments amid economic challenges. You see the picture of the Minister of Health. And also some other stories, you have ITA 21, a crucial support for Africa's development goals, according to the Minister of Finance. And also Tourism Minister to implement 2% tax on restaurants for tourism development. You see the photo of the Minister of Tourism and Cultural Affairs, Madam Nabila Tunis. These stories plus more, including both local and international sports, you find in the Awoko newspaper.
For my first pick is the Premier News newspaper, and for its Wednesday edition, it opens with a banner headline: NATCA slams Orange SL. World Bank team supports starts SL. Court martial. Witnesses revealed evidence against high-ranking officials. Sierra Leone reinstated in U17 African Cup after shocking disqualification. And more on issues in the inside pages, you have 6 military officials stand trial for alleged coup plot in Sierra Leone court martial. Freetown communities flight health crisis as toilet shortage fuels disease outbreak. And drama unfolds as Sierra Leone reinstated in under-17 African Cup of Nations after shocking disqualification. Our stories you can find on the front page of the Premier News newspaper.
And my next take is the Standard Times newspaper. And with the Standard Times newspaper, it has a banner headline with the story Energy Ministry turns boxing ring. You see the photo turns boxing ring, and Deputy Minister and KKY at work. You see the photo of KKY, Dr. Kande Yunkela, and that of the Deputy Minister of Energy, Edmond Nuni. And also another story you find in the front page of the Standard Times newspaper is military colonel testifies against 6 high-ranking officers. And the final story on the front page of the Standard Times newspaper is Kenema District Council elections. Appeals Court judge ruled no elections. The stories plus more you find in the Standard Times newspaper.
Alright, my next pick is the Congo Times newspaper, and it opens with a banner headline: alleged mistreatment of Sierra Leonean employees at Lebanese school. No medical facility, no terminal benefits. To go with that story is a portrait of the Lebanese school premises. Poor quality service. NATCA issues 7-day ultimatum to Orange SL. Agriculture Minister donates combined harvesters to Medtula Agricultural Business and others. Health Minister appeals to doctors not to down tools. First prosecution witness testifies in court-martial trial. All stories you can find on the front page of the Congo Times newspaper. For more on that, grab yourself a copy.
And my next take here is the A to Z newspaper, and it opens with a banner headlines. Ahead of King's Week, Speaker Thomas pledges 50 million new loans, 100 bags cement for CKC in Bo. The picture of the Speaker of Parliament, Honorable Senator Thomas, with some executive members of the CKC Old Boys. And also another story, President Pio arrives in Samoa for Commonwealth meeting. NATCA urges Orange Sierra Leone to fix terrible network in 7 days. And these stories plus more you find in the A to Z newspaper. Also, for those of you who are interested in sports, both local and international sports are found in the A to Z newspaper.
Well, from the A to Z newspaper, that's how we bring the newspaper review today to a close. we have to remind you, our viewers, that the views expressed on these individual papers are not the views or sentiments of the SLBC, but those of the individual publishers. We continue with the program. Good morning, Sierra Leone. It's the program coming to you live from the Sierra Leone Broadcasting Corporation television on channel 31. We want to follow the program ahead. We want to discuss on security matters, and for that we've had a panel of military officers joining us in the studio to talk about the issues around, of course, the Sergeant's Course 2 of the Republic of Sierra Leone Armed Forces. For that, over to you, Francis.
Yes, and this morning, and in one of our headline stories, we said we are going to talk to
Senior Command and Staff Course 2 of the 14th Command and Staff College to brief us about developments.
Yes, first of all, we want to know, we find out the names of the people we have in the studios.
Yes, I think we have Lieutenant Colonel Tia Conte,
FK
Conte, I beg your pardon, Lieutenant Colonel AK3, and Major Sane, are all from the, of course, 14th Command and College to brief us on the findings and, of course, developments in the 14th Command College. We want to start with you, Lieutenant Colonel F.R. Conte, and bring us up to date with, of course, progress and, of course, some of the developments at the 14th Command Staff College as we speak.
Good morning, I'm Lieutenant Colonel F.K. Conte, a student officer at 14th Command and Staff College, currently attending the Senior Command and Staff Course 2. 14th Command and Staff College is a college located at Leicester Square in Freetown. It's a military college wherein officers within the sub-region and Africa as a whole are sent to participate or attend several courses. There are several courses like a junior staff course, the intermediate staff course, and senior command staff course. 14th Command and Staff College has a vision, and the vision of 14th Command and Staff College is to develop 14th Command and Staff College as a regional center of excellence, and the vision includes excellence in education, strategic leadership development, and regional security collaboration. If you look at the excellence, which is pivotal, that is to say it provides high quality military education and training that meets the needs of regional and international standards. Currently, 14th Command and Staff course conducting the Senior Command and Staff, 14th Command and Staff College is conducting the Senior Command and Staff course 2, which comprise of 50 students. And these 50 students, we have 43 from the Republic of Sierra Leone Armed Forces. We have 2 from the Liberian Armed Forces, 2 from the Guinean Armed Forces, 1 from the Guinea-Bissau Armed Force, 1 from the Gambian Armed Force, and 1 from the Kenyan Defense Force. Also, the college has both local and international directing staff, the lecturers. We have 7 local staff and 3 allied directing staff from the Ghanaian Armed Forces, Nigerian Armed Force, and the Liberian Armed Force.
So, and let's go further. What are some of the courses that is being taught in that college?
Apart from the 3 major courses, the 3 major courses here are the junior staff course. This course is meant for the lieutenants, and we have the intermediate staff course meant for captain to major, and we have the senior command and staff course meant for majors and lieutenant colonels. These are the courses, but there are other courses that normally run.
So let's talk about the objectives. What do you hope to achieve?
There are several objectives in the 14th Command and Staff College, especially for the Senior Command and Staff course. This will include the development of strategic thinking, because as military officers, we're expected to think strategically. Operational planning skills, leadership and control, command, intelligence and multinational cooperation. because if you can tell over the past period, over the past years, we've had the Republic of Sierra Leone Armed Forces engaging in multinational operations, like in Somalia, AMISOM, in Sudan, and even in the Central African Republic. We also have crisis management, which is another objective, and we have understanding security and regional issues, among others. These are some of the objectives.
Okay. Now let's move over to you, Major Sane. You know, you are a participant in this particular course. So do you want to highlight some of the composition of the senior command and staff course?
Yeah, thank you very much. I'm Major Moro F. Sane from the Republic of the Gambia. Senior command and staff course comprise of 50 students, as the previous speaker alluded to. 43 are from the Republic of Sierra Leone Armed Forces, 2 from the Republic of Guinea, and 2 from the Republic of Liberia Armed Forces, and 1 from Guinea-Bissau, and 1 from Kenya Defense Force, and 1 from the Gambia Armed Forces. Senior command and staff course, the aim and objective is to enable senior officers the strategic thinking and the strategic planning of multi-operational facets. Thank you very much, sir.
All right, now over to you, of course, Lieutenant Colonel A.K. As a regional military center of excellence, of course, I've had the opportunity to witness 1 or 2 of your graduation ceremonies. Of course, you give opportunity to regional sister forces to be part of the Hunting Command Center and College of Excellence. Now, what have been some of the services these students expected of them to really offer to their nations?
Thank you very much.
With Sierra Leone being inclusive.
The Hostel Academy offers several courses to regional body. Like, our aim is to develop an area of excellence in terms of leadership, management, crisis management, and military doctrine. We intend to harmonize this doctrine within the region, wherein we're able to looking at current issues like terrorism, other crimes within the region, trafficking, where we're able to cooperate within this region as a military force in line with TOKU and other bodies within the government.
Okay, so I want to move on from you a little bit and go back to you, Major Sane. You know, you are coming from the Gambia, and your culture is totally different from Sierra Leone, but you have been you have been offering this course so far. Do you want to share your experience? How have you been finding this course? Is it interesting or so? And how will it help when you go back to your country?
Thank you very much for that question. I'm from the Republic of Gambia. To be honest, we have some cultural similarities and some cultural differences. I found it very interesting. You know, Sierra Leoneans are very accommodating people. Their culture is nice. You know, right now I'm really enjoying the course, and I have a lot to share with my colleagues. The geography, the historical places of Sierra Leone, the people. So I have a lot to offer when I go back to my country to share the experience, the knowledge I gain from the Republic of Sierra Leone.
Okay, so let's go back to you, Lieutenant Colonel A.K. today. My colleague was just asking some of the package you have for your students, and how do you see the impact and direction going from here? How do you see it?
Like, when the curriculum is being developed, normally it's being developed from the perspective of the educators or the writing staff. But it impacts the students, so that becomes a challenge.
Okay.
Wherein curriculum should be developed, wherein you bring the students and the instructors. But military curriculum are designed by our policymakers, incorporating as far as the government agencies, wherein they bring inputs to our system, like we had presentation on corruption from several MDs, So it impacts us greatly, knowing their standards or required standards, where if we are doing several jobs where we require incorporation, we will be comfortable.
So this has to do with the media, and I know you must have interest in it, because when it comes to the military, I don't know for other countries, but in Sierra Leone, it's a no-go area. You know, where the police fail, the military, whenever they're around, it's
Absolutely.
a different story altogether. Even when we are doing our normal thing, when the police, we sometimes citizens refuse to comply with the police, but when the military is around, it's a different whole story together, and your operations are not normally made public. And now that you are, as a senior officer of the Senior Command and Staff Corps, you've gone through a media engagement with you directing your staff. So now let's talk about the impact of the media in the development and the improvement of this course that you are doing, and the general activities of the military.
Like, the impact of the media generally has two aspects. It has a positive aspect and a negative aspect. The positive aspects, we tell our stories through this medium. And like the negative aspect, wherein we have operational requirements, wherein we may require the media to hold on certain information until these has been effected. So if that gets to the hands of the public, it compromises our activity. So this impact sometimes plays a bigger role.
Certainly,
in the outcome of
safe
operations.
space, I really wanted, sorry to butt in, Lieutenant Colonel Eketue. On that safe space, I really want to butt in with this one. This might go for both of you, Lieutenant Colonel FK Conte as well. Where there are successes, there must be challenges. Challenges might lie. So far, so good in running the OT in the command college. You must have encountered one or two of those. And of course, we are in a dispensation where we've witnessed remarkable unconstitutional change of government tendencies. And some of these, you are not only training staff students, student officers rather, to be professional, but as well to really promote the peace in their individual nations that they go. So what are some of these challenges, or what are some of the instructions you've been given to these military personnel as they fall to?
I will look at the challenge in the aspect of education.
Okay.
Like I said earlier, most courses are designed to get the best outcome of the students. So they are designed with rigorous aspects, wherein testing becomes like, you know, students most times, they don't like to be tested in areas they have been taught. So the tests are like a challenge. The way the curriculum is being done, that's also pose a challenge. Then also we have directing staffs from 3 countries. Sometimes we may have misunderstanding with some aspect of the healing curriculum. The healing curriculum is not what is being taught.
Okay.
It is what that is required of you to know, like discipline. It is other courtesies. So this, I will now hand over to my colleague, Conte.
Yes.
Firstly, I think one thing that we should know is that the military is not just an entity on its own. It was created by the Constitution, Section 165, subsection 1 of the 1991 Constitution of Sierra Leone. And that being said, the military is answerable to any democratic dispensation. From time to time, the military is seen as apolitical and has been supporting the government and the people of Sierra Leone, to whom they are answerable. Yes, sometimes we do have challenges starting with the course, like the curriculum is a challenging course because it consists of academic and military areas. And looking at the contemporary issues these days in the global situation, the military has a lot of challenges, right? And the military is seen as a multinational type of force that is called at any time to give global support with the direction of the government. Challenges at Horton Academy, I would say time management, I would say the demanding nature of the course. And when it comes to like other students, the allied students, of course, my brother has lamented. We have like sometimes language barrier, sometimes cultural shock. But I think we've been managing because through the capable hands of our directing staff. But in inculcating the operational dimension or the professionalism into our men, I think Houghton Academy has been instrumental. Whatever we are taught at Houghton Academy, we cascade same to our soldiers.
So, Lieutenant Colonel, we also want to know the impact that bringing in other forces from other parts of Africa, allied students, creates for this cause, and how does it help in the future?
Like I said, it's beneficial to the Republic of Sierra Leone Armed Forces in particular, because one, it projects the Houghton Academy as a center of excellence and as a regional center, because having officers from different countries in West Africa and from East Africa, the Kenyan Defense Force, I think that sells or portrays the image of the Republic of Sierra Leone by extension. It also helps students knowing each other, that they will be able to operate in multinational operation, because we know our different armed forces will operate the doctrines. I think it enhances our understanding, the professional understanding, and the strategic operations that these other countries have. It has a lot of benefit. And least I forgot, we have allied officer directing staffs also, from the Republic of Ghana, Republic of Nigeria, and Republic of Liberia. These are experienced officers, directing staff, that have added a very good color and taste to the course that is currently run at Houghton Academy. Their experience is so much that finding ourselves here at the media house here, I want to believe it is out of their contributions. Oh, wow. Yeah, and this is very, very important to us. Like the media engagement, just like what my brother said, before now people have different opinion about the media, right? Yes, being a military, but we are serving the civil populace, because if you look at the Ministry of Defense, we have civilians there. But the negative parts, like my brother just said, is that during some operations, the military has some form of secrecy.
All right,
and do you think the media will not help you in maintaining that secrecy?
Well, the media is very important. The media is a friend of the Republic of Sierra Leone Armed Forces.
Is Lieutenant Colonel F.K. Conte from the Houghton Academy. Quickly, we want to go back to you, of course, Major Sane rather. Now, speaking about challenges, you heard from Major Lieutenant Colonel F.K. Conte making reference about cultural shock, and making reference that, of course, one important thing is that your presence as allied students has added color and a kind of a unique blend to the whole academy. Now, if you have to pinpoint one or two of your challenges, normally they say a soldier is a soldier. Wherever you go, a soldier is a soldier. You obey command, instruction, and you proceed. So what are some of these challenges if you have to point to one or two?
Thank you very much. Like my colleagues rightly said, we have several challenges during the course. Like he said, the cultural and then the rigorous of the course. Some of our colleagues are from francophone countries. They have language barriers, so this is a challenge for them. You know, they do not understand some of the courses, the medium, because the medium of instruction at the Houghton Command and College is Staff College is English, and some of them are from the francophone countries like Guinea-Bissau, Guinea-Conakry, and Guinea-Bissau. So and also the rigorous of the course, you know, the series of assignments, you know, presentations.
But I'm sure gradually you are
here. Yes, yeah. Basically, that also helped, and then you know, mold a senior officer.
Definitely.
It increases our thinking capabilities, our planning process.
But that's their nature. That's their nature.
Yeah, certainly.
Yes, to work under pressure.
To work under
pressure, yes.
Okay, many thanks to you, Major Sano. Of course, thanks again to you, Colonel Lieutenant Eketure, Colonel Lieutenant Colonel FK Conte, for being part of the program. We continue to build this relationship with the Academy, and of course, we will continue to give you time to come on board our shows and say a lot more of the goodies that are happening there at the Outing Academy. Well, that's how we go down the curtain into this edition of the program. Many thanks for watching and being part of this program this morning. Well, from Frances and I have been Dennis Fraser. Many thanks for watching. Goodbye.
And I am Frances Bernard, wishing you a wonderful day. But quickly, a reminder of our quote of the day, which is from French novelist Anatole France, and it says, "To accomplish great things, we must not only act, but also dream, not only plan, but also believe." I'm sure that's why the Outing
Academy is here.
So, many thanks to our producer, Daphne Zainab Kamara, for putting this program together. Good morning, Sierra Leone. Returns tomorrow. Good morning.
You ready for the Zoom meeting today with the investor then?
Yes, boss. I'm ready for the meeting today. And I don't download all the reports they sent to me on the internet.
Make sure so you get super connection, because I don't want one problem during the meeting.
Everything is okay. Everything is fine.
Counting on you, even though we're not in the same office. I will be with you every step of the way.
The OKNP landscape is more rich in biodiversity. If you come in the OKNP, you will see different type of animals: chimpanzee, hippo, elephant, Maxwell duiker, red flank duiker, etc., etc., and even the colobus monkey, patas monkey, that are in the park.
Here this morning with the Wabile Eco Guards, with Dr. Moses, Amara, Emmanuel, and Dr. Rosa, doing the camera trap practicals and also how to do reference video making. We're getting ready for tomorrow, as we're going to go to the field for 10 days to set up camera trap in 3 different locations with 3 teams. We survey the transect and take data and also do camera traps. For some transect we have 2 cameras, for some transect we have 1, and some transect we just have to resurvey.
Being one of the Wabile staff, we don't learn a lot today, from yesterday to today. Concerning this camera trapping, we will go for 10 days.
I'm Eco Guard for Wabile. I have learned a lot. We are here for training how to set up camera trap, also with a transient land. I'm very happy for being Eco Guard for Wabile because I have a lot of experience now how to protect this land, and I know what to do and what not to do in the forest.
To the intervention of many projects like ECOD, Wabile, OKKPS, then we have started seeing some changes. So I think the community members also really appreciate the work of those projects that are bringing development in their chiefdom in the name of protecting this particular conservation area. With also the community members are now ready full force to support those projects to see how best they can achieve their goal. And they are always thanking the donors that are giving their money to those projects to sponsor community members. Wabile also is now working along the Kilimi axis to Kuru. They also are now trying to see how best we can able to know the different type of animals that are in there. For the community members, they never know if we have chimpanzee or neither elephant. Due to the effort of the Wabile and the OKKPS and ECOD, now community members have started knowing that yes, we have elephant, we have chimpanzee, we have leopard. Then this is the good things for the chiefdom because this can encourage the tourism to be in the park and to do more investment. This also encourage the community members also to contribute to support the project because they are seeing their children working with the project. And conservation is good because it creates more job for the youth, it creates more employment, more investment. So it will be good if this will continue for the next 10 to 15 years. That can help the conservation area to be protected and the community members also to be feel part of the decision making.
Life no go ever sweet without
that thing what we call love. Now that make
Love Factor na a very good program where any big person can look and enjoy.
Now the kind of program we for spend time for watch. Now the kind of program we for spend time for sit down for look.
And this program it mean I don't learn from and I wonder you say life.
The Love Factor show is about family, love, counseling,
relationship. We dey build and maintain relationship. This na program we dey counsel you for let you know how for dey with your partner, let you know how for settle dispute between you and your heart to heart.
Well, you don't hear it for yourself.
Join the Love Factor team
every Sunday, 10 p.m.
for help make we all enjoy love and peace.
My name is Samuel Bangwa, a camera operator at SLBC. I always capture the scene you see on TV. So stay glued to the public broadcaster.
My name is Abdul Kabia, a news anchor and sports producer at SLBC.
Hello, I am Esther Maisama, reporter and presenter of SLBC Sport.
I am Princess Gibson, executive producer, radio, gatekeeping, radio content, producer, public square, your program that brings you conversation on topical issues, and also presents our breakfast show, Good Morning Sierra Leone.
Hello, my name is Daphne Zainab Kamara. I am a television producer at the SLBC. I also read the news on television and present the podium on television too. I also announce on radio. Stay tuned to the SLBC.
Providing authentic information has been one of the pillars that SLBC relies on. I am Mohamed Simbiko Omar, a reporter who has developed insatiable appetite for human interest stories. Continue to stay with Sierra Leone Broadcasting Corporation for your best in broadcast journalism.
As a public broadcaster, we believe in giving out objective stories, and your interest is our concern. I am Moses Sile Conte, a reporter at the Sierra Leone Broadcasting Corporation. Stay tuned.
Where use? You get use?
Yes, I get use.
This is the program where they give you the use where they happen all about the country.
Inside where use, we go take you text, Facebook and WhatsApp message. You complain where you go send as letter to the producer. We dey announce about things them working loss and plenty more.
We are there all about the country. But you self PM for bring the use to your area.
Where use? The original program where they give you updates.
Where use? You get use?
Yes, I get use.
Sierra Leone is a country on a new path, a new part of development, a new direction. As we awaken to a new sense of patriotism and pride as Sierra Leoneans, the SLBC brings together enlightened senior citizens with much experience to help steer Sierra Leoneans on the path of a defined course of pride and consciousness, a constructive nationalism. So, join the SLBC for the program Constructive Nationalism. Come and let's build Sierra Leone every Saturday at 3 p.m. on the SLBC. Constructive Nationalism on the SLBC.
I am Aminata Fofana, a reporter, a presenter, and an anchor for the SLBC.
I am Dennis Fraser, reporter and presenter here at the Public Broadcaster, and this is the SLBC.
Hi, I am Cynthia Kamara, a news anchor, a reporter, radio presenter, and announcer. I find pleasure in keeping you updated, and it's a pleasure.
Hello everyone, I am Stella Firigika Bangura,
a reporter and presenter at the Sierra Leone Broadcasting Corporation. Stay tuned all day, every day. Cheers.
We are the national broadcaster, and I am Sulaiman Baba Toure, a reporter and presenter at the SLBC. Your voice, my voice.
From the commercial department, I am Regina Bangura. You are watching SLBC. Your voice, my voice.
I am Jonathan Turner, a reporter for Sierra Leone Broadcasting Corporation, SLBC. As a reporter, I do stories on education, health, politics, and more. Stay glued with SLBC to watch my stories. Your voice, my voice.
Lucian Ganda, producer Wayus, and producer and presenter Christian Editions on TV. This is the SLBC.
I am William Wise, presenter Wayus and also reporter at the SLBC, and this is the SLBC.
I am Salma Tabak, television executive producer. I produce programs on both radio and television. I'm a news anchor, a presenter, an announcer on radio. I enjoy what I do because I serve a public service broadcaster. It's a pleasure to work with the SLBC. I am Tilly Koma, Head of News and Current Affairs Unit, Sierra Leone Broadcasting Corporation. Our news hour now covers several segments. We have entertainment, business, weather, sports, ferry schedule, and human interest stories, not forgetting politics. We are doing all that to keep you people posted on what's happening all over the country. Thanks for being with us at SLBC. Keep blue. We are the best.
A place cannot produce poems. It can only not prevent them. And Freetown is good at that, for Freetown has its own sudden elegances. People are slow to leave it, quick to return. And there are others who come for a year or two and stay for a lifetime, sensing that they found a city that is in the world, yet sufficiently on the edge of it to have a different resonance. Let me tell you something about this city. All of us, we're all just passing through, and we've all been here forever. Those who came, those who stayed, those who never returned. Tides turn, seasons change. We've waited and we've watched. But we've always been here. We've always listened. Because there is a different resonance here. It comes from the river, and the land, and the sky.
It's our place, all of us.
This city belongs to everyone.
And you know when it's your time.
And it's our time.
Listen, we are Freetown.
We are Freetown!
The golden rules of Freetown.
Don't pretend you're something that you're not.
Don't go thinking you're better than anyone else. Or that anyone else is better than you.
Don't shout about it. Get on with it.
We are Freetown!
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 Yeah! We found our voice again.
I'm from India and Freetown.
I'm from China and Freetown.
I'm from the UK and Freetown. I am from Nigeria and Freetown.
I am from home and Freetown.
This city belongs to everyone.
The fishermen,
the taxi driver,
the barber,
the drummers, the dancers.
All of us.
All of us. Everybody. We are Freetown.
The past is ours.
The future is ours. It's our time again.
And this city belongs to everyone.
The playwright,
the greengrocer,
the teacher,
the dog.
This space is ours.
This light is ours.
The beaches are ours. The rivers now we own.
The roads are ours.
The bridges now we own.
We are Freetown.
We are all visitors and we've all been here forever.
We've got the mightiest river.
And the biggest sky.
And there's a resonance again.
Freetown. Freetown.
We are proud of this place.
We love this city.
And we want you to love it too.
We are proud of this place.
Na pass we all dey pass like stranger them, but we all don't dare from them.
Sierra Leone Broadcasting Corporation Television on Channel 31. Here is an important press release from the Parliament of Sierra Leone. The Office of the Clerk of Parliament informs all MDAs and national budget stakeholders that the Parliamentary Budget Scrutiny Questionnaire for the 2025 budget appropriation process is now available for download on the Parliament of Sierra Leone's website via the following link: www.parliament.gov.sl/questionnaire.html. In addition, copies are being distributed via email and in hard copies to MDAs. Further updates, including the schedule of MDAs and hearings date, will be provided in coming days. Kindly complete the questionnaire and submit copies to the Finance Committee of Parliament through the following offices by Monday, 11th November 2024. I'll go over that. The Office of the Clerk of Parliament informs all MDs and national budget stakeholders that the Parliamentary Budget Scrutiny Questionnaire for 2025 budget appropriation process is now available for download on the Parliament of Sierra Leone website via the following link: www.parliament.gov.sl/questionnaire.html. In addition, copies are being distributed via email and in hard copy to MDAs. Further updates, including the schedule of MDAs and hearing dates, will be provided in the coming days. Kindly complete the questionnaire and submit copies to the Finance Committee of Parliament through the following offices by Monday, 11th November 2024. Signed, Mustafa Silla, and Honorable Parantarawali, Clerk of Parliament. That's the end of the important press release from the Parliament of Sierra Leone.
A place cannot produce poems. It can only not prevent them. And Freetown is good at that, for Freetown has its own sudden elegances. People are slow to leave it, quick to return. And there are others who come for a year or two and stay for a lifetime, sensing that they found a city that is in the world, yet sufficiently on the edge of it to have a different resonance.
Let me tell you something about this city. All of us, we're all just passing through, and we've all been here forever.
Those who came, those who stayed, those who never returned. Tides turn, seasons change, we've waited and we've watched. But we've always been here. We've always listened, because there is a different resonance here. It comes from the river, and the land, and the sky.
It's our place. All of us.
This city belongs to everyone.
And you know when it's your time.
And it's our time.
Listen, we are Freetown.
The golden rules of Freetown.
Don't pretend you're something that you're not.
Don't go thinking you're better than anyone else, or that anyone else is better than you.
Don't shout about it. Get on with it.
We are Freetown.
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 Yeah.
We found our voice again.
I'm from India and Freetown.
I'm from China and Freetown.
I'm from the UK and Freetown.
I am from Nigeria and Freetown.
I am from home and Freetown.
This city belongs to everyone.
The fishermen,
the taxi driver,
the barber,
the drummers, the dancers.
All of us, everybody, we are Freetown.
The past is ours.
The future is ours. It's our time again.
And this city belongs to everyone.
The playwright,
the greengrocer,
the teacher,
the dog.
This space is ours.
This night is ours.
The beaches are ours. The rivers now we own.
The roads are ours.
The bridges now we own.
We are Freetown.
We are all visitors and we've all been here forever.
We've got the mightiest river.
And the biggest sky.
And there's a resonance again.
Freetown. Freetown.
We are proud of this place.
We love this city.
And we want you to love it too.
We are proud of this place.
Na pass we all dey pass like stranger dem, but we all don't dare from them. Come here, and you'll feel it, that end of the line sense of freedom. Say yes to Freetown. Say yes to freedom.
Life no go ever sweet without
that thing what we call love. Now that make
Love Factor na a very good program where any big person can look and enjoy.
Now the kind program we for spend time for watch. Now the kind program we for spend time for sit down for look.
And this program it may around land format and I wonder you say for life.
The Love Factor show is about family, love, counseling,
relationship. So we build and maintain relationship. This na program so we dey counsel you for let you know how for deal with your partner, let you know how for settle disputes between you and your heart to heart.
Well, you do hear it for yourself.
Join the Love Factor team
every Sunday, 10 p.m.
for help make we all enjoy love and peace.
My name is Samuel Bangwa, a camera operator at SLBC. I always capture the scene you see on TV. So stay glued to the public broadcaster.
My name is Samuel Kabia, a news anchor and sports producer at SLBC.
Hello, I am Esther Mahisama, reporter and presenter of SLBC Sport.
I am Princess Gibson, executive producer, radio, gatekeeping, radio content, producer, public squire, your program that brings you conversation on topical issues, and also presents our breakfast show, Good Morning Sierra Leone.
Hello,
My name is Daphne Zainab Kamara. I am a television producer at the SLBC. I also read the news on television and present the podium on television too. I also announce on radio. Stay tuned to the SLBC.
Providing authentic information has been one of the pillars that SLBC relies on. I am Mohamed Simbiko Omar, a reporter who has developed insatiable appetite for human interest stories. Continue to stay with Sierra Leone Broadcasting Corporation for your best in broadcast journalism.
As a public broadcaster, we believe in giving out objective stories, and your interest is our concern. I am Moses Sile Conte, a reporter at the Sierra Leone Broadcasting Corporation. Stay tuned.
Where use? You get use?
Yes, I get use.
This is the program where they give you the use where they happen all about the country.
Inside where use, we go take you text, Facebook and WhatsApp message. You complain where you go send us letter to the producer. We dey announce about things them working lost and plenty more.
We are there all about the country. But you self help for being the use that you area.
Where use? The original program where they give you updates.
Where use? You get use?
Yes, I get use.
Sierra Leone is a country on a new path, a new part of development, a new direction. As we awaken to a new sense of patriotism and pride as Sierra Leoneans, the SLBC brings together enlightened senior citizens with much experience to help steer Sierra Leoneans on the path of a defined course of pride and consciousness, a constructive nationalism. So, join the SLBC for the program Constructive Nationalism. Come and let's build Sierra Leone every Saturday at 3 p.m. on the SLBC. Constructive Nationalism on the SLBC.
I am Aminata Fofana, a reporter, a presenter, and an anchor for the SLBC.
I am Dennis Fraser, a reporter and presenter here at the Public Broadcaster, and this is the SLBC.
Hi, I am Cynthia Kamara, a news anchor, a reporter, radio presenter, and announcer. I find pleasure in keeping you updated, and it's a pleasure.
Hello everyone, I am Stella Federica Bangura, a reporter and presenter at the Sierra Leone Broadcasting Corporation. Stay tuned all day, every day. Cheers.